America has not lost the art of conversation. Tonight on Table, we're discussing a word that first makes you think about what might be missing in politics: civility.
It's an interesting time, I think, because suddenly politics has erupted into this sort of playground mentality of taking shots at each other about what people look like physically. I don't think I can ever remember that happening.
I'm very concerned about the level of discourse and lack of civility and what that means in our society, because I think as humans we are called to relationship, and civility and being civil, that's the lubricant of developing relationships, and we're not seeing, I don't see that in the public discourse. Maybe I'm watching the wrong shows or seeing the wrong TV.
You're clearly watching the debates instead of watching, what did I say, Ellen?
Ellen, yes, yeah.
Just switch over.
Yeah.
No, I agree about politics, and it's disconcerting because politics seems to be going more in that direction, while I feel that the way people treat each other is actually becoming a little bit more enlightened. I really feel that here's some positive news, that I think that general popular culture, there's less of an attack mentality. And if you think about it, bullying, which was something that we all assumed just happened and that there was nothing you could do about, people don't tolerate it as much anymore, with kids and adults.
We all learn this stuff in like first grade. Treat others how you'd like to be treated. And I don't know what happens somewhere between there and when you retire, it goes away. We're the youngest people in our neighborhood, probably by 20 years. Some of the stuff these people bicker about, I don't even know. I mean, it's as simple as walking over to your neighbor's house and saying, I don't like your kids parking in front of my house. Can you please have them not park in front of the house? Instead, it becomes this big email chain, a big HOA meeting, and talks about litigation, and all the HOA fees are going to be wasted on litigation because so-and-so's kid's parking in front of our house. It's just walk over to your neighbor's house and say, hey, can you please not park in front of the house, or can we figure something out? Right. Simple.
John, what have you seen over your time in public life? You know, you and I were talking about when you started in politics. I mean, there was some camaraderie, and now it's the other guy isn't just wrong, he's evil.
I think there are a lot of culprits there, but I really do think that the change in how we communicate. When I was in the Senate in the 80s, I'd walk across and tell somebody that I was going to vote against their bill, or you'd let them know every time. And we used to get together, the press, the legislators, the lobby. We'd pick a word. The legislators had to get it into a floor speech, and the reporters had to get it into a story. There was this really camaraderie, and it's because we had relationships and because we were civil. And I think once you begin to lose that civility, and I do think the internet and Twitter has eroded civility, because it connects us, but it isolates us. But once you sit with somebody and break bread with somebody, it's really hard to demonize them.
Don't you think also though that the bias was about the politics, and that the bias is now what's going to bring ratings and what's going to sell more and get more coverage?
And with the new sort of click for cash culture, where you're actually paid by the number of visits to your website, what you cover depends on what people want to watch. And the ultimate reflection of that is Donald Trump.
We all want civility, but are we willing to work to put it back into culture? Stay tuned for the closing segment here on Table.